Hurricane Maria made landfall as a Category 4 storm Wednesday morning in Puerto Rico, bringing winds at about 160 miles per hour to an island that dodged the worst of Hurricane Irma's destructive power just a few weeks ago. The storm slammed into the island at about 6:15 a.m. near Yabuco, a city of less than 40,000 along the island's southwestern coast. It was the first Category 4 hurricane to make landfall on the island in more than 80 years. By mid-morning, the storm engulfed the island. Its winds reportedly snapped palm trees, ripped roofs off houses and sent debris across beaches and roads. Later, government officials said the storm had knocked out power for the entire island. As of Wednesday, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's 5-day forecast, which indicates the storm's predicted path, shows Maria staying away from the U.S. East Coast. However, several models project the storm could still threaten the East Coast. Hurricane Jose will play a key role in determining Maria's final path. If Jose weakens too quickly, Maria could drift closer to the East Coast by next week. High ocean temperatures in the Caribbean Sea provide the ideal condition for fueling tropical cyclones. A sea surface temperature of at least 79.7 degrees Fahrenheit is necessary for tropical cyclones to develop, and the region is well above that threshold. Maria is now among the most intense hurricanes to make landfall within the United States and its territories, according to the National Hurricane Center. When the storm hit Puerto Rico, its central air pressure was reported to be 917 millibars, bar, putting it within the same strength field as Hurricane Andrew in 1992, 922 bar, and Hurricane Dean, 905 bar, in 2007. Hurricane Maria churns through Caribbean as ravaged Puerto Rico takes stock of an island destroyed. The hurricane's strength is dependent on the air pressure at its center. The lower the pressure, the more energy the storm can generate, which means stronger winds. The most intense hurricane to make landfall in the United States was the Labor Day storm in 1935, 892 bar. Hurricane Wilma, 882 bar, in 2005 holds the record as the most intense hurricane ever recorded in the Atlantic Basin. Islands in the eastern Caribbean are still recovering from Hurricane Irma, which roared into the region as a Category 5 storm. Some of those islands, including St. Croix, were hit again by Maria. The island took the brunt of Maria's force, while this storm was a Category 5 and brought winds of 175 miles per hour. Puerto Rico missed Irma's full force, but the storm still caused widespread power outages. Maria started as a tropical depression off the west coast of Africa. As the system approached the windward islands, the storm quickly intensified from a Category 1 to a Category 5 in less than a day before it made landfall on the island of Dominica. Maria is the fourth major hurricane in the 2017 season. Lars Karklas, Denise Liu, Cruz Alcantara, Temeko, John Myskins and Gabriel Florek contributed to this report. A previous version of the story incorrectly stated that Maria is the fourth major hurricane to make landfall in the U.S. It is the fourth major hurricane of the 2017 season, but the third to make landfall in the U.S. Satellite imagery from GO-16 imagery via NOAA. Hurricane path, wind history, barometric pressure and water temperature data from the National Hurricane Center. Sea surface temperature from NOAA Coral Reef Watch.